friends, thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos focusing on monochromatic makeup. So I'm talking about really coordinating the eyes, lips, and cheeks. And once I came up with the idea of doing this, a look that I really wanted to do was a strawberry makeup look. Everyone might have their individual take on what that means, but for me, I'm thinking like soft, warm red. That's the direction I want to go on lips and cheeks, and even maybe incorporate a touch of that into the eye look too. There's just something about that tone that really makes me think summer, and I have some products I absolutely love that come in it, so that's what we're going to focus on today. Now, as you can see, I don't have any makeup on right now, just my skincare and sunscreen, so I can kind of briefly take you through the rest of the steps of the makeup because you might be curious just what's going on there. And I have gotten back to loving this duo. Not that I ever really stopped loving it, I just used some other things, but my Lumic lotion from L'Oreal, it's the Deep Glow, and then my L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, well loved. 2-3 Light is my shade, and I will be repurchasing this. It's down to the bottom. But what I'm going to do first is just take a little bit of this and use this like my primer. You might say, well, why use the Deep Glow? Because they do have other tones of this. But this just kind of gives the skin a little more bronzy appearance. It's really not that intense color-wise, but it just kind of gives a little boost, and I feel like some of the radiance from this does come through, even though the foundation is not incredibly glowy. I just like the way the two work together, and I have really great staying power with this combo. Also, this does not come with a pump, but I just got the pump off of Amazon. Much prefer the pump to the dropper that was with this, but it's such a good product. It's like not too heavy. It's not 100% matte, but yet it really isn't super dewy on my skin either. And I do feel like I enjoy my look best when I blend it out with a brush. It is fine with a sponge if you want to, but like I'm using this little dense brush from Profusion. I just really like the look. I think somehow it holds its own a bit more on top of that primer. See how like we're getting glow, but it's not too much. We're still getting coverage. It's a good medium coverage, really. I say this whenever I talk about this product, but with a name like Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, you wouldn't think it would have this much coverage. I just thought it'd be something like juicy and light when I first got it, but really, it's always beautiful. And something about the way it pairs with that priming step, such a good combo. It's totally the perfect radiance level and coverage level combined for me. Then I'm going to use a little e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is the shade Light Peach. And we'll do a couple dots around here. Hydrating Camo Concealer, just one of the best in the game. So this is going to give us all the coverage, but also not get too drying in these under eye areas especially. So I'm going, since I'm kind of doing a brush thing today instead of sponges, when I'm doing brushes with concealer, I usually go for my e.l.f. Duo brush because it's got this small side. As you can see, I'm spreading the stuff out with the small side, and then I will bop over it with the larger side. I've just got this theory that when you take a large brush to a small dot of product, the brush can kind of eat it up. And this way we spread that coverage out over a large surface area, and then we can just use this to press, and end result is beautifully maintained coverage. I got a little more than I needed there around the nose. Oops. Next, we're going to do just a little under eye setting with some Maybelline Fit Me in Fair. You know how we love this. Also, I got these little puffs over the weekend. They're called Pinky Puffs. Look at it. I don't feel a ton of control when doing this with my pinky. I can definitely fit my index finger in there, but they're so little and cute. So I'm going to pick up some of that loose powder and just dab it in on my under eye area to set. I'll dab it around my T-zone too. We are still in summer. Although, here's what gets me now. We have like a threat of tornadoes today because of this tropical storm. So you're telling me I live here, get none of the benefits of the beach, but I am going to have hurricane problems? We're still only at a level 2 slight risk for severe weather, so it must not be like that bad, but makes you wonder what kind of energy that storm is pushing through here. By the time this video is up, we'll have known. I'm just taking my Morphe Under Eye Bullet Brush. I don't think I'm going to do any setting powder elsewhere on the skin. We're good and matte up in this zone. We're almost to some color-related steps, but I'm going to do some bronzer first. This is from Say. It's their Dew Bronze in the shade Spritz. I do like this one. I like the way it blends out. It's pigmented. Seems to work well for me. The dots look rich, but as you can see, they blend well just right back into the skin. We want to look a little bronzy. I mean, this look has a summer vibe. The nice thing about those dots is that the texture of those things from Say, whether it's the blush or the bronzer, they just won't set on your skin. They have enough moisture to really just be able to sit there a long, long time if you want them to. Oh my gosh, last night there's some sort of toy, like a talking pet you can walk, like a dog with a unicorn horn and it's rainbow colored. Something bitty got somewhere along the line. And it made its way into our bedroom. Not that it was just walking freely around the house, but someone left it there. It was kind of like under a pillow. And at about 3:30 this morning, I hear this it literally that sound, like it's having a conversation with another animal, and like fairy twinkles and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, where is this thing? And I couldn't figure out where it was. Now it was pitch black in there, and I'm like, don't have my glasses on, and I'm trying to figure it out, and then it stops for a little bit, so I'm like, okay, it must have just something touched it, maybe one of the kittens touched it, and it ran its course, and it's done now. It's cycled through all of its noises, and it's finished. And I just start to fall back to sleep, and then I hear, heck no. Then I throw the covers off and I find that thing and I leave it on the other side of the house because I couldn't find an off switch. We're all blended in there for contour, and now we're ready to start talking about blush. And this product, just perfect for this monochromatic look here, this Tarte Maneater Blush and Glow Cheek Plump. It's in the shade Strawberry. It's perfect for what we want to do. And I use this fairly recently when I was talking about my little Tarte haul from the website, like you could choose the, what was it, 7 things. We'll do a couple dots out here. And I do really like these products. I have several of the Blush and Glow things, some from the holiday set, one in the shade Peachy Pink that's like a full size, and the full size just feels so big. This color, Strawberry, it feels more colorful and maybe a little less glowy. My others feel like they have quite a bit of glow. It's not a total matte finish, but you get what I'm saying? Like very colorful. I'm trying to keep the color high, but it's also coming everywhere. I might add just a teensy bit more. Consistency on this is really like, I don't know, light blendable. It feels like you're dabbing on a Rare Beauty blush, but it's not quite as intimidating as that. You know, I could have called this like tomato vibes. There's something about strawberry that's a little more appealing for a makeup look, I guess. Although nothing says summer like a good tomato sandwich. That added dot kind of helped me focus that color up just a little bit more. And I will do some highlighter for this look. I really do want the skin to kind of have a glow. I'm using Revlon Skin Lights in Daybreak Glimmer. This is just one of the best drugstore highlights. Like it's so radiant, but yet you can blend it. It doesn't really look makeup-y at all because you could come in close and not see particles, but yet it's just capable of a really strong glow if you want to take it there. All right, we're fresh, we're glowy. I'm gonna put a little bit of Milani Make It Last setting spray on top of this look. I'm gonna do my brows, and here's one I haven't used in a while. It's the Sephora Collection Retractable Brow Pencil Waterproof in the shade Medium Brown. It's just a skinny pencil. And we'll just go to town on those brows. I feel like I'm spending less time on my brows these days, and I'm not sure why. I end up getting a filled-in result. Am I just getting faster? Am I getting more easily pleased with what I'm doing, not taking as long? I don't know. My brows haven't really gotten like thicker. I have kind of concluded that when I use a skinnier pencil, I can get it done faster, just because I can more effectively pinpoint the spots that really need the fill-in. And just brush on through. It's amazing how much noise the cats can create downstairs when they're racing and chasing, because I can hear them clearly. And let's give some NYX Control Freak a turn. We always love Control Freak. It's just a classic brow gel. It does hold very nicely. I've really been into the CoverGirl Clean Fresh gel wax lately. Something about the texture in that just really works well, but this is always good too. So Em, what are you gonna do for eyes on this strawberry look? Are you gonna go straight up like soft red on the eyelids too? I'm going to incorporate the tone a little bit. This is Milani Eyeshadow Primer first. I'm gonna have some of that warmth come in. And hopefully this works and looks good. I had my eye on a couple shades in this Hard Candy Marquee Greek Tragedy palette. They've got this color here, which really makes me think of what we're going for. And I thought that could maybe kind of lightly haze out of the look. I'm gonna take the shade right above that for starters. This one called Ceramic. Looks kind of terracotta, and just get that moving in the crease. These little palettes are kind of fun. They have a lot of different textures. You can see there's glitters in here too. Hard Candy has really improved eyeshadows here lately. Rain Alert, they have some really nice little quads too. But even this color alone, just kind of stretching up, we're shearing it out using the same brush. Like, that's gonna give us the feel of what we want, but we can bump it up a little bit even with this shade called Smolder. I just want things to work together harmoniously. A little bit of Smolder in there now. See the difference eye to eye? It's just a little more intense. And then I think I want to take even more of Smolder, that shade we just applied, but I've now got a flat brush, dabbing a little bit of that onto the lid. I'm not looking for heavy dark eyeshadow today. Most days I am. Maybe not today. Lighter, brighter, think summer M. Don't think fall. Get your head out of the fall. I could see this being executed really well with a coral blush. So I basically just patted that on the outer lid. And then I'll take something that maybe has a little more shimmer. I'll use this Damsel in Distress shade right here. And kind of let that run over the inner lid and just come to meet our coral. Or our soft red, however you want to refer to that. It's kind of looking corally. Okay, I like that. I like it very much. I'm gonna do a little eyeliner. I will take this brown. This was recommended to me in a video where you all told me like your best picks from Sephora, and it's the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Eye Pencil, waterproof, and the shade is Tiramisu. And it is incredibly smooth, and multiple people recommended this exact shade. Like, it was a very specific pick. And I've had this for a while and I have used it, and it's still, I'm hardly applying pressure to the lash line. So I'm just getting this in close. We're not doing any wings. We're not really going in far. I'm covering from about here to the outside with it, close to the lash line. Then I'm gonna do a little bit on the outside lower with this. And I'm going to bring in more of a smudgy pencil in a second. Smudge it a little bit with my finger, but it's out there. The other day I realized I like this pairing. That plus this Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Eye Stick in the shade I Am Determined. See how that's kind of soft matte brown? It looks really pretty on the lower lash line. I have some other shades of these sticks, but this is the one I've really gotten attached to. Love a shadow stick lower lash line, because if you use the right formula, it's not going to move. I think I'm going to do my Rimmel Kind and Free. I really do like this formula. First off, we got to curl them though. I think I'm going to really like this eye look. Once it finishes off with the lashes, it's going to be like this perfect little warm backdrop that really echoes the look on the cheek, and the lip will follow suit, of course. There's another decent mascara I tried from Rimmel called Thrill Seeker. It's in the red tube. I like that one too. Just one coat, looking good. It's really building on itself well. Love that. Give that eye a break and come over here. I mean, check it out. One coat? Really good. And I would, of course, love to hear down below in the comments section what other monochromatic looks you might be into seeing. I feel like this mascara is also really holding the curl nicely, too. It's just building on itself in a major way. Do not overlook this mascara. Mega length. And I will do just a little bit of Cali Ray on the lower lashes. No big deal, just remnants of a hurricane coming today. We may have high water. Feel for the people in Houston. Aren't we all just fed up with storms this year? Goodness gracious. All right, now we're going to talk about lips, and I definitely have a lot of different lip options, and I'll chat at the end about some other directions you could go with blush and lips for this. But I decided to pull out one of these soft blur lipsticks and layer it up with a gloss. This is the Wet n Wild Soft Blur in the shade Little Red Rosette. Little Red Rosette. So I love the way these smell too. Oh! Sweet vanilla. So I'm going to put this on for our kind of base color. Although I picture this look being kind of light and sheer. We don't want too much of an overdone lip. It could stay at this step, or it could be only this. This is the shade Sweetheart from the Lifter Gloss line. It's that kind of sheer, soft, reddish glaze. But I envision this lip being a little bit on the juicy side. Again, see how it's soft red. It's not full-on red. Take a little bit of this, and this does have a major warmth to it, which is what we want. Taking it right out to the edges. That's what I'm talking about. I love this look. I'm so enjoying it. Another thing I pulled in that I could possibly layer up, this blush really falls in line with this look. It's the Maxi blush from Rimmel in the shade Wild Card. It is a matte, but see how it's kind of that corally red vibe, warm red. Hey Biddy, what's up?
It's bright.
Well, yeah, and it's seeming extra dark outside because it's going to be kind of rainy. Ready to get some dental work done this morning? Oh, I asked the girls yesterday, are you excited to go to the dentist tomorrow? They're like, yeah, they love it. All right, back to bed with you. Back to bed, I said. As I was saying, this is a great powder blush option for this look. Like if I take a little bit on my e.l.f. blush brush and kind of work it up here. Oh, yes. So good. See, isn't that a great shade? Nobody's talking about this. Wild Card. I also like First Base, I think is the one. Third Base. That one's your soft peach with a little shimmer. It's a Milani Luminoso type of look with that one. And Rendezvous Deep Berry, that one's great too. Another blush I think of with this look is my House Labs in the shade Watermelon Bliss. Look at that, you know, that's really pigmented, really intense. It'll definitely give you that warmth on the cheeks. Another option too for lip and cheek from Pretty Smart, this was used recently here on my channel, the Liquid Lip and Cheek Stain in the shade Blossom. Really good for pulling off this whole look. Other kind of soft lip colors, maybe layering types of lip colors. Wet n Wild has their lip oil in the shade Cedar Rose, giving you soft warm red. Also Summer Fridays, the shade Poppy. That can pull it off too. And this one from Tower 28 is a really nice soft red, the Lip Softy Tinted Lip Treatment in Blood Orange Vanilla. So yeah, keep those in mind. But yeah, I hope you guys like this look. I do love the monochromatic nature of it all, and I will try to keep these looks coming with some different tones in the future. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. I love you. Bye.